What? What is happening here? Alright, everyone. I'm sorry, there's been clearly messed something up. One moment. We need to try this again, quick. There we go. Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm sorry about that. So, how's everyone doing tonight? First things first, I guess. I would say thank you so much to Ninja Anime for your kind words. Deeply appreciated. And I want to say thank you to Spartan Jack 078 for following when I wasn't around. I appreciate it. Mothy. Hello there, Mothy. How are you doing? We don't seem to have audio properly. That's interesting. Hello, Cole. How are you two doing tonight? I am having to figure out something. I don't even know what. Mushroom. How are you, Leyland? Well, thank you, Leyland. There's my lovely mushroom. Yeah, I don't know why that's being the way it is. So we're gonna do this the old-fashioned way. Ye olde way indeed. Well, Cole, I promise you I'm not trying to break you. If it happens, it happens. Right? There we go. Everyone should be able to hear. Exactly. Nothing wrong with being broken. Okay. There we go. I think we've got it at a good level. If people aren't hearing it well, let me know. Alright? So, this is the Bastion. It's a game that I may have played once. I don't remember. It says continue because I had to test to make sure that it ran alright. But other than that, I have not played much of this I can remember. Well, they absolutely can. You know, Leyland, there's this thought, it's a Japanese thought, that when something breaks, you repair it with gold, not to try and hide the scars, but to find the beauty in the object as the break happened, and to respect the fact that even broken, there's still beauty for it. Brandon, thank you for all that. That is an amazing collage. I don't know what my controls are exactly because all of this is mapped to an Xbox controller that I absolutely do not have. So we'll have to see how this works out.
Proper story is supposed to start at the beginning. Ain't so simple with this one. Now here's a kid whose whole world got all twisted, leaving him stranded on a rock in the sky.
Yeah, I'll just heads that up again. I absolutely did not, Brandon. I thought I said thank you for it. I did not. Thank you so much for it. And Cole, I respect your endeavors, alright? I'm not gonna try and pull you down.
He gets up, sets off for the Bastion, where everyone agreed to go in case of trouble.
How's everyone hearing this? And Mothy, that is a huge mood. Cradler, I'm right there with you.
Ground forms up under his feet as if pointing the way. He don't stop to wonder why.
Good.
Finds his lifelong friend just lying in the road. Well, it's a touching reunion.
Okay, so that's X. Which one's B? Okay, so that's B. Wonderful.
He
I'm
sees
glad we have a
what's left
lovely...
of the rippling walls. Years of work undone in an instant. In the calamity.
I'm glad we have a lovely balance. I am trying not to talk when the narrator's talking because the narrator's voice is made of raw chocolate. Well, thank you, Brandon. The thing is, if being broken means that we're made of gold, I will absolutely take that, right? We may not be made of gold yet. I've long learned that at least for all of us, there's a silver part of our souls. And it wants to shine.
That a survivor? No, ma'am. It's a gas fella, forced out from underground.
Guessing that's not a friendly.
Kid pops him good. Fella got a piece of him, though.
Well, Leyland, aren't you sweet? I'll have to say about turning you gold. Or at least pink. I don't know about the rest of you, but I've always found the world of Bastion such an enchanting concept.
An old repeater falls out of the sky. Ain't a gift from the gods, but it'll have to do. Gotta hold her still to spin up the chamber.
Okay, so that's why. He does. And Cradler, I will believe. Believe. Take being warm melty chocolate. You know what's funny? This is no diss on chocolate. I enjoy chocolate a lot. But I'm actually more of a vanilla person.
Kid's worked up quite a thirst by now, so that fountain looks real inviting. Sometimes you just need a drink. A school of squirts tunnels up around them. Must have fled here from the mines.
There we go. Reese, hello. And Morphe, I've played some of it before. Not all of it. We're gonna play all of it. But I honestly think it's probably the best of Supergiant's games. And I don't necessarily mean mechanically.
The old saloon's still standing. Used to have the nicest view.
But in terms of the world and storytelling.
Kid finds a memento from a girl he knew. Always used to fancy her.
Golden Vanilla. Vanilla is fancy AF, yes. And a Reese, that would be a fun mod to
one of
run.
Zelandia's famous watering holes. Inside's old Rondi, the bartender. The calamity got him before his drinking did.
You're welcome. Hello, darling. How's my favorite bat doing? You'll have to
Then
forgive me,
Kid finds
everyone.
his trusty shield.
The current rule is that I don't talk when the narrator is.
The security takes him for a petty thief.
There we go.
Special delivery. Gas, fellas. Windbags start turning up for last call.
How are you doing then? You know, sometimes we do the best when we go into test blind. I know it's been the case for me sometimes. I believe you can get through it though. I'm sure you'll do wonderfully.
More squirts start coming out of the woodwork. A big old fella pops out in front of the kid.
Not usually, no. Wanted not to get hit, but I did.
Kid sees the way to the Bastion out the window. It's a bit of a drop.
Neither is.
It's a good look at things on his way down.
Well, love, I leave that to your
He lands on
opinion.
top of a breaker's bow, and it ain't broke.
So, Leyland, if you're around, did I end up helping Molly?
Kid spies a good perch for some target practice. He knows he should draw the string all the way back. Right back at you. The kid
Well,
pockets a
I am
memento
glad to
from the
hear
breaker.
that.
Once the fastest man in the land.
Well, we'll see what we can do with you.
Good news is the emergency defenses still work. Bad news is they're aiming for the kid.
I think I'm as good with the bow as I am with looking for Peter.
up a few pointers from a dusty old tome.
I don't know that you did mishear. Okay, that's how I did it.
Fast learner.
But I think you answered perfectly well the way I landed. Well, Aris, Pyrite is
Find the
far
distillery
prettier than gold.
Right next to the arsenal. Tough part of town. One sip of the spirits in that distillery, and the kid'll feel like a new man.
Oh, interesting.
The arsenal's where the kid can pick the best tools for the job.
Did you have to take off your pants to consider this? Leyland, absolutely. That's, that is beautiful. Irabu, welcome back, darling. I was trying to consider how I'm doing things. As well as Mode was curious if I went and told him Lobby last night. Oh, I get how it works. Think it does say use it and find out, doesn't it?
And then he falls to his death.
Goodness.
Some of them squirts birthing like crazy and
Ruby. Hello, darling.
Kid better watch his step.
When you go to the arsenal screen, the kid takes off his pants. Well, here, Leyland. One for you. I do like how... I love the use of color palettes in this. The wonderful blues of all the enemies, mixed with the blacks and reds of the protagonist.
An old ferry barge sends the kid on his way. The Bastion's real close now.
Owen Zandlar. Indeed. You're a little, bluster turret. Swooning is not a problem here. But Iramu, I'm just happy to have you, darling.
Kid takes a chunk of alloy. Smell of barley and spoiled blueberries fills the air. Scumbags. Kid maybe shouldn't have done what he just did.
Well then, if you insist, Lay Swoon.
Robs a scumbag of his last meal.
It does, doesn't it? Well, I'd be happy to add to my party. I'm honestly looking forward to November, when we're going to have to do a reprise of the Pokemon Signature Pass. You took the words right out of my mouth that long.
Kid puts him out of his misery.
Yeah. I don't think there's anywhere else to go around here. Maybe. Definitely not. I'm very glad that falling off does not instantly kill you.
He finds
I
the
was
core
very
of the
worried for a
Wolf
minute.
District.
Hmm.
He steals the city's heart. Might as well. Kid has a feeling he better get a move on. The place is starting to fall. See, that core Kid took was the only thing making this particular rock stay afloat.
Well, Iwalu, I'm glad you get to enjoy this properly. I probably shouldn't have done that, but still. I've honestly never watched
At
my
last,
phone
the
before.
Skyway's in sight.
I didn't know it was so bad.
Whisks him where it needs to go.
Well, I'm glad.
Now the kid sees something stranger still. His mind races.
Sapient fungi before requiring a host or otherwise. I will let you know just a minute.
Did anybody
Layla.
else survive? Sure enough, he finds another. He finds me. We talk for a spell.
The music in this game is amazing. To answer your question, Layla, so fungal-based life forms requiring a host or otherwise are things that exist. I had come across one once, but I didn't get a chance to talk with them much. I say them because I don't know how you categorize it. Fungi frequently have very different chromosomes, and they were not humanoid enough that I feel comfortable assigning the term, a gendered term to them. But I think of the ones that I have been able to meet and talk with, you so far have been my favorite.
There's a bit of the Bastion's power in that crest. Enough to point the way to the cores. All I tell him is to set that core is on the monument there. Then watch.
Macy.
I tried to let the kid down gently. This is the Bastion, all right. Except no one else showed up.
Leyland, you'd have to work hard not to. Let's start
Just
rebuilding.
like that, the Bastion comes alive. Starts growing again. Growing stronger. Kid's gotta put its power to good use. Now the Bastion can send him even farther into the wild unknown.
I think Mo knew exactly what he was saying. Didn't you, Mo? That said, everyone here I've managed to raid to. It's been a joy to raid into. And yes, game things.
Kid ponders what to build.
Ooh, a distillery or an arsenal? Hello there, the newbie. I hope I said hello to you before. How's my favorite bird reptile doing? I do. I need to find out when you're around. Because I have no idea yet. I see a call for weapons. Mirror shield available.
Bastion's a place of peace, but we can hold our own if we have to.
Oh, interesting. We'll try that then. See, this is what I mean. Oh, you can't actually see him. Hang on. Hang on. I'm in front of him. You can't act. Oh dear. Hang on a moment. Hang on a moment. Let me see. I have no idea where this is broadcasting through. I really wish I did. Hang on, I'm going to vanish for a minute because I need you to see this. I need you to understand that I'm not just going crazy. Look, he has no pants on. He actually took off his pants to ponder his weaponry. Like, do you see that? Like, who goes into the arsenal and takes off their pants? This is what I was talking about. This is exactly what I was talking about. Leyland, what? You know what, Reese? You're right. That is a complete Chad move. Oh, no. Okay. Okay. What do we use? No, he does. Here, look. Look, see? These are pants. You can see them on him. They're a completely different color. Look, he actually goes in there and takes them off. I love that. That's amazing. So then... Banger Peter Kalehammer. Brandon, thank you, darling. Let me see. I guess we'll stick with this. Don't have a lot of options yet. I guess we're off and away.
Kid don't know what's out there waiting for him. The Skyway. Now the kid can ride the wind to distant lands.
Anuvi, thank you so much, darling. I really appreciate it. Also, yeah, I think you're right, Morphy. You gotta get comfy. I need to get my little projector set up so that we can see whenever you all do that. See, Bastion, home base. Great. Breaker barracks, a proving ground. Try that. Oh dear,
Breakers used to come
timing.
here for target practice. Used to play a little game. See who could bust the most targets in the fewest shots.
Oh my goodness. He just face plants, doesn't he?
He's armed. And he's off. The perfect shot just happens in a flash.
Ooh, that's a power shot. Oh, okay. Alright, Aries. Ow, ow. Okay, no, hang on. Hang on. Okay, there we go. Little stretch. Goodness, I need to start doing yoga or something, if that's gonna be that difficult.
Puts on the right solid performance.
Leyland, I will never object to you bringing by some ointment. But I'm okay, I promise. 5 shots or fewer. I think we can do it. We'll come back again next time. Onubi, thank you so much for the little shining gray
Some of the
stars.
materials we need.
Really, we need those materials.
Ain't always much to say.
I do need to. My posture's actually fairly alright, I think, for the moment. I don't know how to spin that. I also don't think I can afford to fly her out here. Brandon, thank you so much for the bits, darling. Don't hurt yourself, alright? See, I hope the robber's back. I didn't want to go out and do this before they came. Well, you know what? We can try this one more time. Then we'll go out there. The fast load.
Kid ain't had enough of the Breaker's barracks.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we can do this. We just have to get every shot. Perfect. Well, that just cost us everything. How do I... That's how I aim. Okay.
Takes practice, and a mighty strong bow helps too.
A newbie. Oh, does it? Oh, thank you. And newbie, thank you so much for the bit. Are you doing that just to gently rile someone up? Regardless, thank you so much. And Rabu, best of luck, darling. If I'd known you were here, I would have been doing this. I thought you could one-shot them. Oh, I see. That's so hard. I think I'll try that later. You don't want me to see me around going bananas trying to deal with it all the time, do you? Got pretty close, but no. Let's head for the Skyway, and let's head for the next area. Because right now, there ain't much to say. Brandon, it seems you've been called out. We're off to the workman ward. Thank you both so much.
Now
Don't
we
hurt
land in the
yourselves
intersection
and have
between bad and wrong. Ought to be a core down one of these twisted streets. But which one?
There's 4 of them. This one looks the prettiest.
Yes,
Let's
for
go
the
there.
biggest dump in town. Scumbag Alley. Some scumbag still feeding off the city's own trash.
This one looks the prettiest. You're heading towards Scumbag Alley, the biggest dump in town.
And there he is. The oldest scumbag of them all. Gershel.
Oh, I see. That's how that works. We don't need to hide from this fight. You're just a big old blueberry, aren't you?
ain't done much for Gershel's sunny disposition.
It's so
They always
tiny.
said old Gershel wouldn't go without a fight.
Well, not that way.
No core, no
Goodness, you
surprise.
two.
Like the gas fellas are hiding it from him.
Thank you. Oh, what's this now? Something sharp. What's that? Oh! It's upgrade material for different weapons. Let me see.
He heads for the squirt steps. Won't be no field trip this time. Kid ain't ever seen an elephant squirt before.
Score.
Hopes he'll never see one again. They say even the most rambunctious squirts can be tamed.
What? Wow.
No sign of the core here.
Containment of it.
At least the kid got something for his trouble.
Looks like we've already started the process of taming things, doesn't it? Iravu, I'm so sorry, darling. One's ice cream should not be taken.
Scumbag can digest just about anything. Except for this. It's quick for slicing and light enough to throw. Them squirts just don't know when to quit.
I'm so sorry. I'd give you some, but I have none either. Well,
Up north is where the gas fella foreman used to live, tending to his flock.
know that I will be gently suffering with you, for I also have no ice cream. We can both not have ice cream together.
Keeps telling himself he better watch his step.
Well, I'm gonna be bad for that, aren't I? Ragged
No white
hood.
gas fellas all dress alike. Kids wondering the same thing.
Interesting. Oh, I love snickerdoodles.
There
I haven't
it
had a
is,
snickerdoodle
but
in
it's locked down
ages.
tight in an alloy cage.
Okay. We'll come back for that.
A blustering
No reason
old
not to
foreman's keep
explore
his
it,
fellas
right?
in check, almost like he's showboating for the crowd. He heads for the east side, where windbags used to keep the local forge. They ain't pleased.
Oh my
No
goodness.
coal or alloy left to pay him for their efforts.
Well then. Goodness, you two. Thank you. And Xanalar. I don't think you should be encouraging anyone to remove any other form of life.
Inside the forge, Key can fine-tune those instruments of his.
Oh. I can upgrade things. Can I only do one? Why don't we upgrade the one we're using?
The little Zolwood oil and that blade shines like a light.
Hmm. These are options. We'll have to see how things go.
Core ain't here neither, so he's gotta guess again.
Fur would be very hard to hide. I think I'm very lucky in that scales, all you need with scales are a bit of polish, and you do well on that front. Oh goodness.
Kid ain't about to pass out in the middle of the workman ward.
Wow. I was not paying near enough attention there, I don't think.
And now there's a new marshal in town.
Whoa, what was all about? I tend not to. I don't know why I tend not to use potions.
He hears the whole place groan, but it's too tough to fall.
Cards against humanity is a
He's
wonderful
ready to
thing.
go, and his ticket out's right where he started.
I should host something at some time. I would be into that. And Leyland, I will happily deal with all distractions of wonderful highlands. Which I get to call you now. Which is a treasure in and of itself.
He comes back, just like I knew he would. The core hums in his pack. The monument's calling for it. The windbags used to be alright. Then the calamity took the floor out from under him.
Let's see.
Kid does it again. Only fair he decides what we build next.
Goodness, you two. Brandon, a newbie, thank you so much. Goodness. Also, Ibaru, I understand. Dense AF is a relatable way to be. Ooh, a forge or a distillery? Well, someone said weapons earlier. A 7-Eleven? What is a 7-Eleven?
A lot of things need fixing up in this world, and we can start right here. Kid's lifelong friends looking fit to keep on fighting.
I don't know that I've ever been to a 7-Eleven. Like, is it a magical wonderland place? I really need to make a reward for that slot. Right. It's wonderful. The newbie, thank you so much for all the bits. Best of luck with your garden, darling. Go with all of my love. I can't wait to see you around again. Sure, why not?
Kid's ready to slice him up and pound him to bits if they get in his way.
They say special things if you take different weapons. That's amazing. We'll try this court door. Look at that. I bet someone might spin like that if you scratch their head hard enough.
Come on, give the little tyke a break.
Alright then, narrator. Would you rather take the shield, Zanala? And it's so adorable. Alright. My posture is doing okay. Well, it's too late, I've already switched up on you. And a stretch. Alright
Picked
then.
up traces of other cores while the kid was out.
Oh, there we go. Is this place Europe? It kind of looks like Europe a little bit, but maybe like a fantasy rendition of it. Interesting. The melting pot, or the sundown path. Brandon, I don't know if you'll ever be able to feel again. Newbie, to space beans. The melting pot or the sundown path? Do all of you want to take a walk on a sunset pier with me? Because I'd like to do that with you.
Couples used to walk the sundown path. Kid ain't here for pleasure, though.
And just a hint of rain. I can think of a few,
But then,
Leyland. But I don't think I'll share them at this moment in time. You'll have to find
somebody
another
hits the
time.
core before the kid.
Uh-oh.
Floor starts giving way under the lightest step. A single panic squirt could bring the whole place down.
Remove mushroom isn't the bad one, though.
Fragments of the old world rain from the sky. Well, the path ain't exactly open to visitors no more. Security is all fired up. See, the path was intended for leisurely strolling and such.
Am I going to have to make that its own routine?
Sky bridges link the path together. One of them bridges whips the kid along. Air travel always was an iffy proposition.
I see. I need to go back there.
But Calamity changed everything.
Irrelevant.
Wind blows.
I'm surprised you had to ask. I think I've nicknames for about me or
Well, we mastered
everyone.
the winds in the old days. We can do it again. But the question is, who else could have taken the course?
I might have to make that something that people can ask
Well,
after.
ain't no survivor stole the thing.
I think I will. Also, Leyland, if you didn't know that, understand it, that was a yes. I'll have to look into it some, but absolutely.
Like the kid, that core ain't coming back.
I've always thought of them as, well, they're called gas bags, so perhaps a marshmallow.
No, they used to ship live munitions down the path.
I love marshmallows, actually.
Find time to find them. These wires to toss those things plenty far away.
There we go. I saw that thing, but I don't know how to get back there, honestly, or I would have. I'm gonna try. We'll find it if I can. The green one. I'm trying to keep an eye out for it. I must be missing it. Oh, in the
You think
northern
these
alcove.
fellas need some
I think that
shut-eye?
was consumables that I picked
They
up
get
already.
real cranky when you wake 'em up.
I could definitely be better at this.
And all
Hippity
this
hoppity
oil,
indeed,
kid
rather.
keeps coming back to
Also,
overwhelming
Leyland,
question.
I will absolutely see about getting a
Who
nickname
else could have
redeemed.
survived the calamity?
We'll have to run that one again. I want that telescope.
So he didn't find the core that time, but that ain't about to stop us.
He roams
Sometimes
about.
a single look says it all.
There we go. I just thought of the worst possible thing. Like, the absolute worst way to be a dom, right? If you were going to declare someone your sub, you could use the hippity hoppity rhyme.
In better days, the melting pot was sealed tighter than the skin on a squirt.
So meet. Oh, that was a redeem. Leyland, I'm so sorry. Well then, good girl. A little late,
Of
but
all the
hopefully
plans to survive the calamity,
worth the
it
wait.
had to be stab weeds.
Oh God, no, what? Oh, what I said? That would be bad. Oh, we can do power shots. Alright then. I keep falling over the edge. I'm not quite sure how.
If there's a core, he figures it ought to be deeper down. Core's stuck inside one of those fancy cages.
A ramen concoction sounds just about right now.
Some of the stuff lying around is downright dangerous.
I'd love some. I hope it's amazing. I always get hungry during these streams. There's always a lot of talk about food. The cages
Throws a
very much
switch.
are.
Now what could possibly go wrong? Quite a bit, as it turns out.
Uh-oh.
The cage starts lifting from the core ever so slow.
They absolutely
All you can
are.
do is wait. Shipments start falling in.
I should bring snacks to stream. I crave
Not every
snack
sport's
house.
born bad. Some spring to the kid's defense. Judging by the movement of the cage, it's gonna take a little while.
Okay, so this is a holdout level. I feel so bad for missing the fact that was redeemed earlier. I need to do something to notify myself about it. I need to set that up. Still working on getting things hooked up properly.
Scumbags don't take kindly to interlopers.
Good night.
Even some gas fellas take his corner. Heard he'd pop that mean old foreman.
Absolute chaos indeed.
At this rate, maybe 5 more minutes. Maybe 30. Hard to tell.
I'm hoping to keep my allies alive. I'd like to imagine that all of those are you out there, giving me a hand.
Swords get real territorial around the core.
Because I'm not very good at this.
Then a shipment of free samples shows up.
I can't hurt them, can I?
As a kid finds some spices from the motherland, tax-free. One thing's for sure.
Which redeem?
That cage is awful heavy.
Uh-oh. Do you know why it's so pricey?
Be sure.
Because for me, that's my drinking extra fluid. But thank you, Cradler. You're also giving me that needed dose of PTSD. For those of you who don't know, in the early days, that regime didn't have a cooldown,
10,
and I ended up drinking several liters
give or take a few seconds.
worth of water
Finally,
on my first stream.
and done. He's got it. Just gotta get to the nearest barge.
Yeah, you certainly do, Cradler. Thank you.
I still remember the look on his
There we
face
go.
after that one.
I'm disappointed you can't go back. You may have lost the telescope. Ancient spices.
Folks voyaged across the boundless sea to found Celandia. It was good living here for a while.
Interesting. Well, time for another door.
The old world's
Oh, we can?
but the new world's just getting
I
started.
need to. Something nasty. I'll go with
Turns
double
out
clip.
those old bones still have some spark in them.
I hope I can redo maths. I need to find that out. And Robert, best of luck on your snack hunt. One distillery.
Makes time to sample spirits from my personal supply.
Yeah.
Party punch is so zesty, it'll let you carry on through the worst of times.
Well, we'll have to see about redoing them then.
The Sundown Path. Lovely place for a stroll. Before the calamity, that is.
The path has collapsed utterly. Doesn't seem like I can redo them. Sadly. That's a shame. Well, VIP 100% clear.
No place better than Trapper Shingle for learning to tread light and shoot straight. Trappers had to tread real careful here, else they can
I
miss the
clearly
mark.
do.
They train themselves by clearing out the targets, while not clearing out the floor. Any good trapper knows never to take a step till the time is right.
This is a different kind of challenge, isn't it? I bet I can do it though. I should really see about. Uh-oh.
Expert trappers got something extra to give them an edge.
Oh, close. Only 64 targets. I think I can
He
do
decides
this.
to keep working his aim and footwork on the shingle.
Yep, just one more try.
Best time to pick a new spot was when swapping magazines.
Oh, I get how it has to work now. There we go. Here we go. So close. Oh, that's so hard. Well, we'll have to try it again another time. Oh, my love to you, Brandon.
To think a rickety place like the shingle survived, and so little else did.
Yeah, let's take the repeater with us. We just upgraded it, why not? Maybe.
The repeater and machete, favorite choices of the Ura hunters we once fought.
Interesting. Yeah, we'll take the hand grenade. Try and do something with it. Well, Irabu, are you prepared to share those with everyone else? Or at least the knowledge of what they are? Let us know what your snackos are. I think my favorite is honestly trail mix.
The dead welcome him with open arms. The calamity took everybody after all. Kid sees it plain, frozen faces all around.
Wow. Now that's a snack arrangement.
These folks
so
never saw the calamity coming, but someone did. Someone close.
I don't know if I should hurt any of them. Because I could destroy them.
It was someone like him.
Oh wow. Yeah. Does not seem in good
Kid sees him there
spirits.
agape, in the flesh. It's a snag or two trying to get to him. He ain't about to stop, no matter what.
Yes. I'm one of those strange people where I actually like candy corn.
He's got so many questions after all. Just ain't got time for answers.
There we go.
The Thunder brothers didn't make it.
Those are
They never
long
saw what
beer.
it was like beyond the walls. Nor did the bird boy. Didn't make it. The Jawsons. They didn't make it.
Wow. A year is a very long time for snacks to last.
Grady Sr., Grady Jr. They didn't make it.
There we go.
But him, he survived. Kid finds proof enough that man ain't from around here.
I'm gonna sing them. I'm not sure what fruit snacks are though. They sound
Just
tasty.
Without that man, we wouldn't be here right now, would we?
Oh, I can't block that. Oop, okay. There we go. No one gets hurt here.
The core survives as well.
Oh no. You're gonna make me. Oh no. Oh, that sounds amazing, Iravu. I didn't. I'm so sorry. I didn't want to do this.
Kid does what he has to do. And then? What do you say to a man who's seen too much? Kid hasn't a clue, but he says this. We have to go. Please.
That sounds great, Iravu. I love little things like that. You can actually take them, and there are these like lightly
He's a proper
cyanide
gentleman,
nuts.
that man. His name is Zolf. No
So
hiding
cute.
in Ura. Folks like him ain't never been a common sight in Celandia. He's relieved to see a living face or two. The kid and I introduce ourselves in kind. Both to him and to each other. For the first time.
Seems rocks. Okay.
We fought the Ura decades ago. But that was then. Things are different between us now.
Catastrophe makes friends of us all.
We all lost loved ones in the calamity, he says. I don't know how I'm gonna go on without mine.
That's amazing.
He was born in the Tazal terminals. The Ura sent him on a mission of peace to our city, and he's lived here ever since. For Zolf, Celandia was like a second home. He's real worried about his first home, too. Far to the east.
With Discord. I'm good with this for now. Ooh, I can upgrade it again. Firing rate.
That ought to make those fangs sink in nice and deep.
Tiny squishy things are the best.
Fetching fizz is like a mouthful of nails, but the benefits are worth it.
So we can build at least one more thing. A mouthful of nails. That sounds
Kid ain't
incredibly
finished here
unpleasant.
yet. The cores, they remember.
Oh, wow.
That's why this place is coming together. That's why things are gonna be alright. Well, look what we have here.
Also, a memorial.
The lost and found. Here, kid takes fragments of the old world and makes them whole again.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Brandon. Oh, so this is all the stuff that I've been missing. Good night. Stabs him. That's amazing. There is a bronze spyglass. I'm glad I can get this.
All it takes is some fragments, and the Bastion makes it good as new.
Huggos are absolutely.
Can't be too careful these days.
Oh no. Huggos are the best. I am working on something relating to that, but it's gonna be a minute.
We could always see the stars. We just never could reach them, no matter how high we built.
I would, but apparently doing that right now is gonna mess things up. You could help us find new skyway paths.
Zolf offers to help me plot the skyways for the kid. At least the calamity hasn't touched the stars, he says.
Let's see if we can upgrade our thing further. Hollowed chamber. Grooved chamber.
Now he can shoot that fang repeater all day long.
There we go. Excellent. He looks so thoughtful there, doesn't he? The kid. This game has such a beautiful art style. I kinda want to reach out and stroke him. I don't know why. That's very strange.
We tracked down a couple more cores near the edge of the city.
The hive guard gets a bit dozy sometimes. Sometimes you have to get him to shake. The Polit Orchard. The Shrine of the God of Commotion and Order. I like that. Snage? What is Snage?
No use praying to the gods these days. No time for it either.
Nice to see him taking a nap.
Kid says a little prayer anyway. Couldn't hurt, right? Folks used to make pilgrimage here to pay their respects to Pith, the bull. Well, the gods are long gone now, and the Orchard Core is long gone too.
I
Seems Pith ain't much of
see.
a watchdog.
I had not heard of this cursed art.
The gods don't care about trinkets, but the kid ain't no god.
I don't think I want to go look, do I? Irabu, you're saying no. Going to Snail Church? What?
Pith stood for something once. Something real.
I already have so many health conditions. What's one more?
In time, though, the bull stopped being a symbol and started being decoration.
The Snavefaction must spread. Oh, I get how it works. I bet you here. I get how it works. Don't worry, Ravu. Just this one, right? Just this one.
Pith makes a decent scarecrow, at least.
I bet you think you're a real snebber. Don't. No. Snakever? Don't you, Cradler? Oh, well then. Well then, oh my goodness.
Lights up like a rodeo. Ain't easy punching through his hide.
Goodness. This thing's determined to try and grind me down.
must have been guarding that shrine.
Don't worry, Iravu.
So what'll it be? Invoke the gods? Or tell them off?
That's the only one you'll ever hear from me. And it was mostly to mess with Cradler. Oh, bows shall strike, grow quicker to move and to strike.
Kid don't need favors from the likes of Pith. Well, if the gods are alive, they must be plenty sore.
That shield is working wonders. I suppose you could say that, Cradler. But I don't think Iravu wants to be tortured. Does she? He? Do they? I'm very sorry, Iravu. I don't remember. I need to start a list so I can hang on to that. We all get Snurges, good heavens. I thought you would. I did not think this would work. But it clearly does.
Things might have gone worse if Kid tampered with that shrine.
There we go.
Kid ain't found the core, but at least he found Zolf's precious shrine.
Wait.
Pith Orchard. Place is a dead end in more ways than one.
That's a shame. I was hoping I could get away with there being some hidden secrets in there. Welcome back, Iravu.
Now we can build a shrine of our own, though I got some alternatives in mind.
What's this now? That's new.
Zolf doesn't touch the thing. Says the god of commotion is no children's toy.
Yeah. Oh, well, that spooked me a little bit.
The Ura feared the gods. We turned them into toys, put their faces on our walls.
Interesting. Same gods, different approaches. How many Phoenix down? Yeah. So, is that a reference to Gears of War? I don't understand. I legit don't understand. Oh, they set up tents. Okay. Level 3. Oh, interesting. Cradler, you know that Phoenix is
There's only
spelled
one way in the Cinder Brick Fort.
goodness.
The hard way.
You know that Phoenix is spelled P-H, O-E-N-I-X, right? Wait, what? Would this have been Phoenix in-game? I don't think I've ever seen that happen.
Sure, the city marshals may be gone.
I don't know. It said you tried to post 47 messages, which doesn't seem right. Did you?
The calamity was mercy, normal folks. The windbags ain't so lucky.
That could be true.
They've been left to freeze, or starve, or face the kid.
What did you try and say? I don't have many things. Like, the Guardian shouldn't have many things being enabled. What? Really? That's so strange. Also, where are all of them? What was it? Irrelevant. Do me a favor and post that in the Sapphire Hive. I need to be able to take a look at that
Well,
later.
windbags young and old keep fighting for the fort. At least the marshals left the kid a parting gift.
And find out why that's triggering things.
Something the windbags just can't handle. Something that'll punch clean through their greasy hides.
Well then. It's a weapon, isn't it?
Windbags ain't much different from normal folks. All they want's a warm place to stay and a decent meal.
Remember this way. Maybe it's all the commas it's disliking. It's the only thing I can think of. Let's look into it.
The calamity drove the windbags topside. A lot of them wound up here in this very fort. Could have been minding the business underground like in the old days.
Level 3.
Windbags can't use the marshal supplies, but the kid sure can.
So that's Y, that's X. Yeah, we'll try this. May as well, right? Something new and different.
As for the windbags, Cinderbrick gave them enough heat and metal to munch on for a while. Well, the fort ain't theirs by right. Can't blame them for wanting it, though.
Thank goodness. Yes, irrelevant. Please post that in the Sapphire app. Not like any of them are being silenced without using claws.
So many of those sorry things holed up inside that old fort.
There wasn't anything over here, but a few more shards. I honestly feel bad for the, I think they're called gas bags or wind bags. Like, they didn't really want to be here. And now they don't know how to survive in this world.
Kids stash grenades as their form if things get even worse.
There we go.
Security's plane gone haywire. Windbags gummed up the works.
Surprisingly, 2 guns actually works pretty well.
Kid ain't afraid of getting burned.
Absolutely. Enjoy your spot, very well then. We need to actually get the soundtrack to this game. I did not know that
They trapped the kid
until
in
just
the
now.
fort's parade grounds.
But I'm actually really enjoying this groove. There's something almost oriental about it to me. Oh, that's a charge.
Then they bring out Glutus and Glandon and all their scumbag uncles.
Lewis and Glandon.
They got
Can't help
something
but
to gain and only their
think
sorry hides to lose.
of Lewis and Glandon being like butts and glands. It's probably not premature, but that's where my mind's at, but there.
Kid takes down Glutus, or maybe it was Glandon. The windbags finally get the message.
There we go. No reason not to collect all the shards. I just had like a mini boss fight with a pair of bosses. They didn't say which one was which, but they were named Glutus and Glandon. What was I supposed to think about
I
it?
dream of getting a marshal's badge, but not like this.
It's
The
absolutely
Skyway's a welcome sight after all that.
glands and butts.
And now ain't nothing left for nobody down at Cinderbrick Fort. Kid shows up just as Zulf's telling me about his own journey to the city. Seems the only thing the Calamity saved for Zulf was a smoking pipe. Poor kid collapses after just one drag.
Well then.
The past.
Yeah, maybe.
Only good thing ever come out of the past
What?
is
Thank you.
history.
Hang on. There we go. I actually did need that posture check. The only good thing to ever come out of the past is history. That's an intriguing statement. Okay. What is this?
The past catches up with the kid. Hardly had a moment's rest since all this started.
Just to break that open. Oh, it's shards. Those things hit like
Fair
a
to say
truck.
he's led a hard life. Supposing what he says in his sleep ain't no lie.
It's an internal monologue. From a second person perspective? I think.
He never knew his old man, but he had his mama to take care of. Frail thing with pure white hair like his.
I've been quite partial to this loadout. Works far better than I think has any right to.
Having his mama's hair did the kid no favors while he was growing up, but he learned to hold his own out there.
I think his hair's quite pretty. If I had hair, I wouldn't mind it being the color for kids.
School ain't working out, so the kid signs up for a turn on the rippling walls. Make his mama some money.
Who but you some of these taunts keeps giving me?
Thanks to folks like the kid, the walls kept Ceylondia safe from whatever's out there. The elements, the Ura, you name it.
That was probably unnecessary.
Once the kid done his time, he hurried on home. Turns out his mama's time was done too.
13 remain. Oh, that is, gonna be making it harder. Good, you know. Well, then maybe. Thank you so much for the bits. We're listening to the history of the kid.
The city had nothing for him. The money he'd been sending home was nowhere to be found either.
Ooh, enjoy your manga. Reader ranks are amazing. Some of my favorite critters. Now, Brandon. They have just as much right to be here as you do.
So what'd the kid do? Why, he went right on back to the walls for another 5 years.
So he's not that young, the kid. What do you think, maybe 30 or so?
In the history of Caelondia, nobody's ever volunteered for a second shift on the walls. Out there, kid learned to fend for himself. Learn to build. Learn to break.
These are the walls, then.
In time, the kid earned good standing with the marshals. They trusted him to scout out farther than anybody. One night, on one of his expeditions, the ground beneath him shuddered, cracked, and split apart.
We said and left.
He saw nothing where the world used to be. The calamity happened just like that.
We practiced this too.
All the kid had to work with was his hammer and the clothes on his back.
Oh, they can fall off too.
Through twisted streets, he ran with nothing but the city crest and an old stranger's voice to guide him.
It's this bit that makes me feel like it has an oriental flair. I think you're right, Craig. I think it is the strings. There we go, come on.
Will he finally arrived at Caelondia's vaunted safe haven? He and no one else.
Oh, no. Okay. I was afraid that was some... The strings are absolutely slapping it. It might be, I don't know. Although I will confess, I actually like marshmallows that have been just very gently burnt. Oh, this is a difficult one.
But then, all he thankless work from a man who ain't even asked his name.
Wow. That's right. He didn't introduce himself until Zulf arrived.
What was I saying?
Oh, no.
Anyway.
We can do this. We've got 2 more chances. How did that hurt me? Because I countered it, and then it like swung around to...
Sure, I may be
me
the
or
one that
something.
dreamt up the walls and the Bastion, but the kid made him real, not me.
Oops. No. We're okay. There we go. No, then you get burned taste in the s'more. I've actually never had or made a s'more.
I'd like to say I'll never forget him, or what he's doing, what he's done. I surely would.
We did it. We did it. We did it. I would, but I can't eat most of what's in a s'more without getting, like, very sick. I can eat the marshmallow. I can't eat the graham cracker or the chocolate.
Zolf brought his antique smoking pipe all the way from the
But I'd love to make s'mores. We'll have to make s'mores sometime.
The marshals seem like good men, he says. They treated him with dignity.
Well, that's good. I'm not gonna go hit on it. I would love some Belsic s'mores.
Even since the Ura surrendered to us, the marshals kept a wary eye on him.
We'll take another hit another time. No warning. I do want a s'more. It sounds amazing. And if you think you can eat my health problems, Sirabu, I welcome it. I honestly do. I would love for them to all be gone.
Finders keepers.
Agreed. What else is science there for, right? Let's see if we have can get a new spirit from here. Whale ale, Bastion bourbon, lunkhead liqueur, and stab synth. Let's go with the Bastion bourbon. Right, hang on. Give her the hydrate. There we go. Problems hydrate away. Soothing hot herbal brew with assorted properties. Stab synth is the best of names, Outlaw. Don't
If
you
you're
kick
feeling
it?
low, count on the buttery flavor of our own Bastion bourbon.
Don't you keck at me. I will see what I can do. When I'm done, I'm gonna see if I can't get Yuzu to do this. Because Yuzu clearly needs to.
You want to tune a scrap musket, you start with the barrel.
Okay, so it is 102. Thank you, Caitlin.
The marshals learned to pack those shells full of fire.
Glad that got you. Oh, right, I have a cord for the monument. Oops, here we go. He's old.
Zolf's travels ain't much compared to what the kids had to go through for all this.
I see that. Do you want me to do more at the pipe? Sigils. New vigils.
Here, a kid can pay respect to the old world and earn it in kind.
Wow. I see. Oh, no.
The valediction.
Oh, I see.
Just another one of my sketches. Nothing more. Words can't express what happened, but they're all I got.
Yeah. So there's the pipe. That's like what the pipe does. Okay. It is more of this. Return to who knows where. I guess this is who knows where.
There's something you should know about the kid, but let me take it from the top.
Yeah, I think we've been through here.
The past catches up with a kid. Hardly had a moment's rest since
Oh,
all this
it's
started.
different. Tell you what, everyone. Yes, that's fine. What we'll do is next time we play this, we will start with a reflection. How's that sound? This way we can still make some progress. Langston River.
The Langston River flowed free and wild till the calamity drank it all up.
Is it? I
All
don't.
that water just grew wings and flew off.
There's a song in here. I did not know there was a song in here. I want it to be song time now. I'm so sorry, everyone. That stuck up on me.
Riverbanks swarming with windbags.
Thank you.
They're so bent on finding the core, they hardly notice the kid.
What is the wee shop theme?
Lucky for him, a certain famous ferry barge is still afloat.
I wonder if I can take these thorns with me.
Nellie.
I cannot.
She sends some squirts crying home as she leaves port. Maybe Nellie knows the way to the core. Maybe she can slip right past all the clamor on the coast.
Thank you, Creeper.
Or maybe not. The security skiff pulls up portside. Nellie's just another windbag to those guns.
I will have to check that out then.
Just then, the windbags notice who she's sailing with.
I like how
They try to cut her off.
they never bother to explain any of the technology in this, and that kind of adds to the mystery and charm of the world.
They try to slow her down. They try to knock her out.
I don't think they're gonna do any of that.
Well, Weepin' Nellie tries harder.
I love those bird things.
Try as she might, though, she hits a snag. Kid's gotta help her get untangled. Favors for favors. At least she picked a good spot for a break, because the core's right there.
Mhm. I could change up my weapons. Should I, though? I think I'm actually okay with this on this run. But not having a melee is, tricky. Maybe I should wear a shirt with a crystal on it.
Then the kid hears an unusual sound, like 100 flapping wings. They've been watching his every move. Peckers.
Oh, they're not. They're
They have their own
not
eyes on the core.
friendly.
But why? Well, kid ain't got time to think it over just yet.
Also, that name.
Finds Weepin' Nellie raring to go. Turns out she's got a
Oh.
special surprise for when the waters get rough.
Friendly fire turrets. Also, one of us.
She's gonna need a little help with all them peckers. Crafty things think they're king of the roost now. The rest of us only wish we could fly in times like these.
Here we go.
Security skiffs keep on coming starboard side. Don't seem to care what they shoot, as long as they hit something.
Oh, thank you for that. Helpful gas bag.
The windbags getting even better out here. They aim to smash Weepin' Nellie to splinters. The kid boards one of them skiffs like some kind of Ceylonian privateer. Well, it all proves too much for poor Nellie.
Oh no.
She's just gotta make one last stop.
I hope she can.
With her last breath, Nellie gets the kid to solid ground. Solid ground in Pecker country. They want that core real bad.
I'm sorry.
Seems
I'm
to
sorry.
hurt the Pecker's appetites. Might be they want it just as bad as a kid. The kid shoos them off, knowing they'll be back. Know how
I'm
many times
sorry.
kid nearly fell off the barge back there? A good couple of times.
Just, yeah, pack your country.
Now,
Really?
listen close. You should remember this next part.
Like, did they think about that at all?
Why go to Prosper Bluff? Used to take an enterprising man or a plain old fool to venture out that far.
It's glorious.
Said it was the most beautiful place in the world. We all knew that.
That do I wonder.
But on the other hand, some folks just yearn to see the things they're told they can't.
Oh, there are
That's
those
why
gas
you go to
bumps.
Prosper Bluff, ain't it?
It's just me, or do those sound an awful lot like cats?
The other kid hears something he ain't heard in a long while.
Oh dear.
How's it go again?
In time.
Yeah, that's the one.
We're gonna need to hear this. Everyone hear that? That cradler, yeah. They sound a lot like cats. I don't know why this particular song is so quiet. So it'll get louder. That makes sense. I'm not saying much. I really like this song. Interesting to listen. Right. We don't. I would have to get it though. Such an eerie piece. Oh, please.
Well, no point explaining what happens next, right? Suffice it to say, kid ain't coming home empty-handed. And besides, just like the song goes,
build it strong, 'cause we'll be there before too long.
The same kind of tent as Zulf uses. I wonder if she's also Ura.
they'll be here before too long. We darn near celebrated when the kid got back, didn't we? Zolf never thought he'd see a fellow Ura again. We become fast friends. Calamity has that effect on people. But there was more to be done. There was one last core to find.
Goodness. Build that wall.
Most of the Ura never got a taste of Ceylondia's fine goods, unless they were born and raised in the city like Zia here. Sure, the world's all gone to pieces farther than the eye can see, but leave it to this gal to point out the amazing view. Girl tried to run away from home one time, but the marshals stopped that, didn't
Interesting.
they? So many secrets in there, and she can't even read it. Her father's own journal.
Shame. Can Zulf read it?
Kid's surprised when I tell him there's only one core left. I shouldn't have believed it either. If only I'd known half the secrets of the Calamity were tucked away in that book, I'd have worked to translate it right away. A scientific journal written in Zolf's native tongue. He learned so much from it. Too much.
Let's get us a different loadout.
Kid's ready to get real personal with hammer and musket in hand.
Goodness. That's what we need.
Behold, the Pantheon.
Kobe, goddess of oath and abandon. Though shall have vengeance in the throes of defeat.
A Kobe. Piv.
You see. I'll leave it to you guys to decide. We use shrines. They're wild.
We track the final core beyond the city to the wilds.
Well, I don't think this is the end. But it might be.
Wild unknown. Place can eat a man alive. Place is so raw, even the Calamity couldn't cook it. Not all of it. Know what's better than having a slinger pistol in a fight? Having two.
Well then. I don't have my hammer anymore.
Savage
Alright, then.
things lurking at every turn.
Oh,
Good thing pin cushions can't see where they're shooting.
alright. Challenge me for more cash.
Pecker's got the core, like they're building a bastion of their own.
That's
The welcome
amazing.
committee scrambles to attention. Didn't expect the kid so soon. They shouldn't have let their guard down. Getting that core was one thing. Getting out's gonna be another.
I see.
He digs his way out of the clearing, but the wilds won't let him go without a fight. Wallflowers survived the calamity. It toughened him up. Same goes for the kid. Best take it real slow, then push it to the foot.
Very long way left.
Slinger Jawson's old outpost is all that's left of him.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
Kid's faster than a slinger with those guns. Don't ever turn your back on a pin cushion.
There's something up here too, wasn't there?
A handful of windbag shipments made it out this far. Kid's seen the last of them.
Can we use that to heal up if I No, I have to do that. Okay. Ooh, I see that though.
Jawson's boys left all kinds of stuff out here.
This whole area is like a trying to get through a landmine. I like the idea of this weapon, but I don't think it's very good yet. So we're gonna drop it for the time being. There we go.
Kid
Yeah.
sticks to his old standbys.
We know this will do some damage.
Then Kid gets the feeling he's being watched. Not by me, by a lunkhead. And lunkheads ain't fond of two-legged animals.
Long cats. Oh, Got hairy for a minute.
Sees a smooth black stone coughed up by the calamity. Be seeing plenty more. The wild's already reclaimed this place. Gives a wallflower a taste of its own medicine. He's anxious to get back.
There we go.
After all, he's got the final core. His journey's over, right?
Oh,
Well, no,
I thought it was going to be.
not by a long shot.
Good heavens. So Zolfin wasn't born and
Kids
raised
know
in Salon.
something's up when we ain't there to give a warm welcome. See, Zolf and I were just wrapping up a heated discussion. Zolf can barely muster the words. The calamity failed, he says, but I will not. And with that, Zolf leaves us here, alone.
What?
Zolf cursed the city, cursed the Bastion, cursed me, said he was going home. When Zolf got through reading that journal, he just snapped, started smashing up the monument till I tried to stop him.
What?
The trappers, daring bunch of fools. They'll be missed. Zolf banged up the monument pretty bad. But there's a way to put it back together. The shards. We're gonna need all of them to nurse the Bastion back to health.
Oh, come on. Don't do this. How many more objectives are you going to stick on top of the original one?
Takes a lot of moving pieces to make a dependable sidearm. He's made a right comfortable bed for all those bullets.
We still have several more weapons, so...
The
Let's see
city
where we
brought the
land.
shards to the wilds. Now the kid's gonna bring them back.
Let's see. What is our next? How does this look going forwards?
After Zolf's little episode, kid sets off in search of shards. First stop, Jawson Bog.
That
You'll get
one.
lost in that bog, I told the kid, and I won't be able to guide you back. Well, I let him go. What else could I do? What could any of us do?
I need to change out my weapons.
Zolf put us in a real bind. Hurt the Bastion bad. But the shards can make it better. They're like smaller doses of the core's medicine.
Can't get that.
Shame the only place to fill that prescription is out here in the wilds. This place is intoxicating.
Wild
Don't
unknown.
know where he's gone. Might be gone for good for all I know. Wherever he is, somewhere I've never been. Somewhere I never want to go.
This is, well, I get how these things work. Mantis spores. Not the, fun kind of spores, apparently.
There, welcome him with open arms. Kid pops him good. There's no way out.
Weird. I think the hammer was the wrong choice in hindsight.
That a survivor? No, ma'am. It's a lonesome ghost of a gas fella. What do you say to a kid who's seen too much? I'm Zolf of Ura. Pleased to make you
Well,
acquaintance.
then,
Now the kid sees something stranger still. Did anybody else survive? Sure enough, he finds beggars, lunkheads, wallflowers, pincushions, pineapples, swamp weeds, ankle gators.
ooh, you're not friendly. You guys are friendly. Oh, I messed that up.
Now the Bastion can send them even farther into the wild unknown.
Well
Kid
then.
sets foot inside one of Ceylondia's famous watering holes.
What?
He has the nerve to flash the shield he stole. The security's just gonna hit the street tonight.
What even is this nonsense? Okay.
Kid succeeds where the calamity failed.
Going to leave the same way I entered?
Would you look at what he did to poor old Ronnie the bartender?
Never did that. I promise I never actually did that.
Supposed to start at the beginning. It's so simple with this one. Now
What
here's a
even?
kid whose whole world's all right, snoozing there on a rock in the sky. He wakes up. I'm just fooling. He
Why?
sees what's left of the rippling walls. Years of work undone in an instant. He sees what's left of Pith the bull. The gods, they're all sees what's left of his lifelong friend.
Okay then.
His friend, he's come undone too.
What even? This is a bad trip.
He sees what's left undone.
Ordinary campsite. What? 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 What even?
Thought we'd lost him, but he finally comes to.
Wow.
The shard ain't lost either. Not anymore. Now to find a ticket out of this hole. Disgusting things.
I like none of that. This was an
Ever heard of a
experience.
lung blossom? It's bigger than the stories say. The breath on that thing, like a scumbag sprung a leak.
A lot of tea. Yes.
They say one whiff of lung blossom can make you lose your mind. Well, a kid prunes it down to size somehow.
Wow. That was, very suddenly very nasty. Good heavens.
Mother only knows what happened in the bog. Kid never much cared to speak of it.
Wouldn't either if I was the kid. Do you? That just seems like living a nightmare.
A shard is like a poor man's core, but beggars can't be choosers. That's it. A few more shards like that, and we'll be back in business. A single shard can breathe new life into this place.
Interesting. What does this work on? Irabu. The newbie. Welcome back, both of you.
The shard's got enough juice to spruce up any of these places.
True arsenal bears access to trap or snare. Powerful secret skill. I can understand that. Essays can sneak up on us all sometimes. 2 additional upgrade tiers. Okay. That might be really good. Access to potent spirits. The new idol's the most elusive members of the Pantheon. Variety of new vigils. Okay. But sounds like you got it done, Erado. Which I'm glad. Oh, let's see you too, the newbie. Lost and found. What do I upgrade? I think the weapon one, but I'm open to suggestions. Congratulations then. It just looks good.
He ain't all that shy.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah, I'm thinking Arsenal. Oh, Arsenal, not True Forge. Okay. Alright, we'll try Arsenal.
The arsenal's complete in case we need protection.
Trapper Snare. Huh. It immobilizes foes. Sure, we'll give it a try. I'll try this.
Kid must think he's the fastest shot in all the land. Probably is.
Right then. The shrine has a little pool on top of it. That's awesome.
The city tried to use the shards to stake out the wilds. So much for that plan.
Lathis Lagoon. Yeah, this was Europe. I think that might be the Black Sea. Not sure. The world's looking less and less like Europe the further and further east we go.
Ankle gators used to roam the wilds, and they nested at Rothus Lagoon.
Ankle gators.
Many a tale folks used to scare their children straight originated here.
Drat. There we go.
All kinds of beasts what don't know up from down, still lurking about.
But regret not having that shotgun in a minute. Sorry, the musket. Sneaky
The
decoy.
city's brushers knew their way around the lagoon. They moved quick and quiet.
Ooh. That's a problem. The musket's really good.
Even the brushers learned to fear this place.
There we go. There we go. Huh? Still got more to clear. Yeah, let me just
They
start
used to
taking...
think that ankle gators were extinct.
Hmm.
Well,
What?
they ain't. One of them's been living in the tall grass. They called her Queen Anne.
Oh my goodness. Please tell me she's not the boss right here. I have no idea I'm going to do this with this layout.
The lagoon's got plenty of other dangers, of course.
I don't like how the projectiles accelerate just a tiny bit when they get near you.
Turns out Queen Anne got a hold of a shard. Ankle gators love shiny things.
Oh no. I see where this is going already. Yeah.
Know what smells worse than an ankle gator's breath? The stinkweed. Ain't time for pecker hunting, but the kid can't resist.
I don't know that it's not time for pecker hunting. I don't know if there's ever another time for pecker hunting.
Tools. The brushers use their pikes to keep their distance around here. Now the kid can do the same.
Oh my goodness.
They say you can't hurt an ankle gator unless it's raining. And it ain't raining. Sharp sticks make Queen Anne nervous, so she backs off a bit.
Well then.
Most of those peckers are smart
I'm
enough to stay
rather-
in Queen Anne's way.
I'm rather fond of the spear type weapons myself. Hang on. Need to turn it down just a little bit, I think. While doing this quiet song. That is both creepy and thank you for the boot movie. There we go. A little bit of fruit. There's a body again. I don't trust that.
Those pin cushions been living off the ankle gator scraps.
There we go.
Queen Anne can't fit down some of these narrow paths.
I'm not a huge fan of the decoyer. They are not using it right. Let me know, should I use the DK more? I probably should.
Queenie leads the kid into some kind of twisted trap. One bad step in that tall grass and he's Queen Anne's lunch.
Oh, the decoy move.
Seems the Queen's running out of options. Still no sign of the shard.
No, I'm definitely dropping the decoy. I think we go hand grenade for Queen Anne. Yeah. I think I'm pretty happy with this. Let's see, where's Queen Anne now? I'm also not sure what that oof was for, but
The thicker the tall grass
Ooh.
grows, kid's gotta make a
that
run.
is a problem.
Those
Well,
little kids don't like Queen Anne any better than the kid. Bad idea.
Ooh.
Watching gator grass.
Oh my goodness. Okay, there's the shard.
Queen's got one mean bite.
So, I guess we go in this way.
That's ankle
Oops.
gator country for you.
Okay. Now we're still
Queenie
going.
must have scared a bunch of peckers out of hiding. Seems even stinkweeds know to stay away from the queen.
Well, there's a thing up there. I need like a little fan so I can get rid of the gas faster. There we go. I honestly believe I'm gonna have to fight that thing. I'm not keen on it.
Ankle gators don't much care for their young. That's why there ain't many around. Wanna know how to find an ankle gator lair? You use a kid as bait.
Well, it's raining now.
The shard's sitting in plain view. Now she's coming for him. She's got nowhere else to go. They say if you run across an ankle gator, you better keep running.
I love the little... Do you see her expression?
She's starting to get annoyed.
Oops.
And now he's made her mad.
Wow. Ooh. That's what's getting me right now.
Rest in peace, Queen Anne. That was for the brushers.
Ooh. We got her. Hey, some little fruit snacks. Oh, no tonic though.
Kid's done what needed to be done.
One shard and one thing called an ankle gator. Why an ankle gator?
Anne's reign is over. We even got a crown jewel.
So there's gonna be 6 of
All that
these.
trouble for a single shard. But you know what? It was worth it.
Oh, I want that French vanilla ice cream.
That gator's a crazy gal. But so is the gal who promised to look after her.
What? Oh my goodness.
They said Queen Anne was just a folktale. Now there's living proof she
Look at her egg. It's a gorgeous egg. Now I have this little ankle gator pet.
ain't saying much, but that's the greatest forge in all the city.
We got 2 new levels.
Takes a careful touch to rattle those bones like that.
I'm really liking that. I'm sure it's like... The grades are all well and good.
With Pike and Repeater in hand, he's like a man come straight from the wilds.
Oh, really? I'm gonna have to go back and get them. Pike involved. We could be a dragoon. We're gonna be a dragoon.
It wasn't fixed, it was unbroken.
Oh, no. Not fixed but unbroken. We're gonna upgrade that spear then. Something pointy. Critical hit chance.
To
Let's
fix
go-
a brusher's pike, you just need a good length of knife bark.
Interesting. Ooh. Only active at full health, or only active when below 33% health. we'll try this.
Dread rum's brewed from swamp weeds, so its effect is as bold as its flavor.
I wonder if there's a better one we can buy. Whale ale's not bad. Lunkhead. Let's get. Ooh, Jevel. Odds and idle. And hints. Let's get the stab synth. I want to run the stab synth. Do you have nothing to say about it? Come on now. Oh, remove this. There we go.
The next shard should be farther out there in the wilds.
Point Lemaine. Point Lemaine. In a vast subterranean network. Interesting.
Know how Caelondia became the richest city in the world? 2 words. Point Lemaine.
Oh, I got it right. Right then. What is
If the
Point
wilds could ever be tamed, it was gonna happen right here. But now, the greatest outpost past the city line is nothing but a freak show. The army's triggers once had the place on lockdown.
Interesting. Oops.
Kid might as well pick up where they left off. Blam! Just like my fighting days. Gun like that can even put the wilds in check.
Well then. That's
Point Lemaine seen better days for sure, but it ain't done.
I see how that works. Good night. Oh, it's wildly inaccurate if you don't let it wind up.
Whole place shudders in a fit. The grand rail of Point Lemaine. Not only is it still there, it still works. Of course, it's no longer shipping hides and alloys and spices, but it can give the kid a lift.
Wow.
Just as long as he can stay clear of the trouble on the tracks.
I really like this as slow as it is.
Things with calamity chewed up and spat out. Things eager to take back their turf.
And, oh goodness.
Kid don't let so much as one of those things slip by. Lunkheads settled in like they own the place.
Oh yeah, that's they hurt themselves whenever they touch me. It's actually a pretty good one.
Takes fancy footwork on the rail, but with wallflowers coughing fungus everywhere. Only one way to cure a cough like that.
and stabs hard. Agreed. It is a new favorite time. This spear is something I'm quite keen on.
Not much wiggles there near the rail.
Still not good with those. What is that nonsense?
The place used to be closed off, but now it's split open like a rotten pineapple.
I love the names here.
Of course, the Grand Rails see much more fighting in bygone times. Near on 50 years ago, first shots fired in the Ura-Celanian War.
Really?
It was right here that Zolf's Ura forefathers decided to mix it up.
Wonder why. What made them want to attack? Was it some sort of desire? I don't want to really believe that the Ura just...
Okay, so maybe we didn't get their sign-off on the whole Grand Rail thing. That was bad.
So basically, Salonia kind of entered their territory
The
without
rail
any
must have shook
permission.
the Ura to the bone down in those dens of theirs.
Here we go.
Well, the rail won't last much longer now that the kid took the shard. It's still got one good run in store for it. All the rotten wood there on the rails turned it into swamp weed central.
Where are the
Side
Peckers?
to side while holding your breath. While shooting a genuine registered army carbine. While choking on swamp weed. While Pecker's trying to prick you in the eye. Well, let me tell you, it ain't fun.
Boom. There we go. There's something fancy. I wonder if it's for this weapon. Oh no. I have to run through that, aren't I? Yeah.
But then at last, it's the end of the line. You'll be picking swamp weed out of those boots for days. Turns out he's got company up at the rail station, waiting for him.
That's excellent.
Not just another wallflower, pincushion, mind you.
Uh-oh.
At first, he thinks it's Zolf. Turns out he's wrong. This is for you, says the
What?
man. Then wham. When the kid comes to, the man's long gone. But something else is there. The only words Kid recognizes on that parchment are for Zia.
Thank you there, team. Maybe.
Well, what's a kid to do? He took the shard, he took the hit, and he took that note.
What?
That note cuts straight to the heart of things, don't it? Zolf's messenger was one of his people. Wonder just how many of them survived, and what exactly Zolf told him.
Well, here's the, ooh, ceramic stock pot.
Finding gourmet ingredients ain't easy these days, but we'll take what we can get.
I could go for snacks.
The note says it plain. Zia, go east to learn the truth about the calamity and our people. I'll be waiting. Sincerely,
Well then,
Zolf.
well everyone. We will be heading east another time. This has been an amazing ride. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here, for joining me on this. I don't know how much longer this will run for, but regardless, I am looking forward to finishing this up and finding out what happened. I don't think I made it through this game before. So next time we're together, Anubi, Cradler, Irahu's, Lar, and so many others. Thank you so much for everything. From one chill place to another, I'm going to go send you over and send you to a strange skeletal robot so that he can take care of you for a while. I need to go forth and give TV all of my love. In the meantime, take care of yourselves. Stay safe, and know that you're going with all of my love. Until next time, farewell.